Hello everyone. So today we'll be discussing about the different types of chemical reactions. In the previous video I have explained you about the various conditions and characteristics of the chemical reactions. Today we'll study about the different types of chemical reactions. So there are four main types of chemical reactions. That is, number one, direct combination, which is also called as the synthesis. Direct combination reaction, this is also called as the synthesis reaction. The next is decomposition reaction. The next is displacement reaction. And the last one is double decomposition reaction. Double decomposition reaction. So I repeat once again, the four types of chemical reactions are direct combination or synthesis reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double decomposition reactions. These are the four main types of chemical reactions. So we'll be studying these four main types of chemical reactions one by one in detail. First we'll begin with the direct combination reactions. So I'll just rub the board so that we can go in detail about the direct combination reaction. Now, direct combination reaction, what is direct combination reaction? When two elements or compounds, or in short we can say when two substances are combining together. When two substances combine together to give us a new substance or a new product. So two substances, they combine together. To give new substance. Such a type of reaction we call it as direct combination or synthesis reaction. Now reaction of the type, that is A plus B giving us AB. This is an simple way we can represent a direct combination or synthesis reaction in this way. That means A is one substance, B is another substance. Both of them, they are combining together to give us a new product or a new compound, that is AB. These type of reactions, we call them as a direct combination reaction. So in the direct combination reaction, what happens? Two elements can combine, two compounds can combine, a compound and an element can combine. So in this way, we'll just go through certain types of chemical reactions where whether the elements are combining or the compounds are combining. So the first, under direct combination, the first type of direct combination when two elements combine. Two elements combined to give a product. Or a new substance. Let us take the very simple example, that is carbon plus oxygen. Carbon is burnt in presence of oxygen to form carbon dioxide. That is one. Another one, S plus O2. That is also sulfur burning in presence of oxygen forming sulfur dioxide. Then we can have few more, that is iron plus sulfur. Iron is heated in presence of sulfur forming iron sulfide. So all these are the examples of combination reaction. One more we can have over here. There are many. It's not that only these three which I am writing down, only these are combination reaction. I am just giving you some few examples, but besides it, there are many combination reactions. So there is Fe plus Cl2. It is forms what? FeCl3. That is heated of 2Fe plus 3Cl2. So this will be 2FeCl3. That is iron reacting with chlorine forming ferric chloride or iron 3 chloride. So these are the combination reaction where two elements, all of them, you can see all of them, they are elements. Carbon, sulfur, iron, over here also iron, here also oxygen, then again oxygen, sulfur and chlorine. All of them, they are the elements, they are combining together to give us a product, a a new product or a new compound that has been formed over here. So this is one type of a combination reaction. Next type, we study some few more examples of the combination reaction. That is when an element and a compound when an element and compound combine together to give us a new substance, or a product, you can say a new product or a new compound. That is also the example. So under this, let us have a few examples under this. That is number 1 under this, carbon monoxide, CO plus O2. Carbon monoxide has been heated in presence of oxygen forming CO2. That is 2CO plus O2 forming 2CO2. Let me see, yes, it's balanced 2 over here, that is 4. Then simply, similarly, that is number 2, 2SO plus O2. It will be forming what? 2SO3. That is also an example of that sulfur dioxide is heated in presence of oxygen forming sulfur trioxide. Okay, so that is here, this is carbon monoxide is a compound and this is an element. Here also this is a compound, this is an element. Both of them here in this is combining over here to give us a new product. This is a compound over here. Here also one compound and one element is combining to give us a new compound over here. Then the next type is 2 or more compounds. Next type of combination reaction, that is 2 or more compounds combine together to give us a product or a new compound or a new substance. Let us go through the examples of this type. That is PbS plus O2. It will be forming PbSO4. So PbS plus 2O2, that is 2 molecules of lead sulfide with 2 molecules of oxygen forming lead sulfide. So here it is 2 or more compounds. Sorry, I made a mistake. Now this is an element and a compound. So here let us have another example, that is carbon dioxide plus water vapor forming glucose. So which reaction is this? This is an example of which type of reaction? This is an example of photosynthesis. Carbon dioxide is a compound, water is also a compound forming again another, that is compound, that is this is glucose along with oxygen. So here 2 compounds are combining together to give us a new product. Then let's have another example where 2 compounds are combining together, that is NH3 ammonia plus HCl. This is in the gaseous state, this is in the gaseous state forming ammonium chloride. So here this is ammonia is also a compound, hydrogen chloride is also a compound. This is hydrogen chloride. Once again I remind you, in the previous video also I told you HClG and simply HCl, what does it mean? So here this is hydrogen chloride gas. Both of them are in the gaseous state leading to the formation of ammonium chloride. That is the solid compound, that is a white solid compound. Ammonia is heated in presence of hydrogen chloride forming ammonium chloride, or simply ammonia, here heating will not be required. Ammonia with hydrogen chloride, it will be forming ammonium chloride, which is a solid substance over here. Then a few more examples of so these are the 3 main types of combination reaction, that is when 2 elements combine, when an element and a compound combine, and when 2 or more compounds they combine together to give us a product. Besides this, there are some few more examples of the combination reaction. That is I'm just simply writing down over here those examples. That is lead sulfide plus 2 molecules of oxygen forming PbSO4. So here Pb1, okay, sulfur is 1, sulfur is 1 over here, oxygen 4, so it is balanced. So lead sulfide is heated in presence of oxygen forming then Mg plus O2 forming MgO. 2Mg plus O2 forming 2MgO. So these are also the examples of the combination reaction. You can just go through these examples of the combination reaction, then I'll rub the board. So our second type of reaction that I told you is what? Decomposition reaction. So what is a decomposition reaction first? What is a decomposition reaction? That is breaking up of a substance or breaking up of a compound to give two or more new substances or to give two or more new elements or simpler compounds. Suppose if a compound which is very complex, so that complex compound it breaks up to give the simpler compound, or it can also happen that a compound breaks up to give you new elements. So breaking up, so in short we can say for simplicity that is a breaking up of a substance to give two or more products, that is called as a decomposition reaction. So here we can just write down that is breaking up of a compound, breaking up of a compound into two or more elements or simpler compounds such that the products obtained do not recombine back, So that means what? Once a compound breaks up to give you simpler compound or elements, those whatever the new products that has been formed, they will not again recombine back. That means the reaction which has taken place, it will not go back into a backward direction. Once a reaction is proceeded in the forward direction, you will not get the reactants back. You have studied, you know about the, in your class 8, you have studied about the reversible and irreversible reaction. So once if a reaction has been taken place, it will not go in the backward direction. That means it will not be a reversible reaction to give you back the products, to give you back the reactants. So from the products you will not get back the reactants again. So we can say breaking up of a compound into two or more elements of simpler compounds as the products obtained, they will not recombine back to give the original reactants. Such type of reaction we call this as a decomposition reaction. So it takes place, decomposition, that is breaking up of a compound can take place by application of heat or by application of electricity or by application of light. Now when it has been taking place by application of heat, we call this as thermal decomposition. Okay. Next, if it has been by electricity, then we call it as electrolytic decomposition. And the decomposition taking place by light, we simply tell them that the decomposition is taking place by light. Now, when the reactions takes place in presence of light, we call those reactions also as the photolysis reaction. But it necessarily over the substances may combine also. So we cannot place that photolysis under, we cannot give a separate name for decomposition which has been taken place by light. Now, let us just have certain examples of the reactions of thermal decomposition. Just have a look at it. That is mercuric oxide HgO. Mercuric oxide, it has been breaking up, HgO breaks up to form Hg plus oxygen, that is 2HgO will be giving you 2Hg plus O2. Then again another type of decomposition. Now here this has been taking place by heat. Now this triangle sign, it represents heat. I have written heat over here. The same time I have shown the sign also over here. Next is, this is a very common example. By passing of an electric current through water, what happens? It splits up, it breaks up into 2H2 plus O2. So this will be 2H2. So this is called as what? This is a special case that is a reaction taking place by breaking up by electric current. We also call this as a electrolysis. Electrolysis. Now electrolysis will go in detail later on. At this present moment it's not required. You just remember that electric current has been passed through water in presence of an acid where it splits up or it breaks up to form hydrogen and oxygen, and this reaction, a particular case of decomposition by electric current, that is called as the electrolysis over here. Then potassium nitrate, that is 2KNO3, breaking up by application of heat to give you nitrite, 2KNO2 plus O2, potassium nitrite, plus a gas is evolved, there is oxygen gas has been evolved. This can also be asked on observation based question. I told you what is the observation for oxygen in the previous class, and also the test for oxygen, that is with the pyrogallol solution. If you don't remember, you please go back to the previous video. Then a carbonate, that is CaCO3, calcium carbonate, when it has been heated, it will be forming calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide gas will be given off. So these are some few examples of decomposition reaction. Many more examples of decomposition reactions are there. So like if you go to study, there won't be any end. So what we'll do, it's better that we studied on the basis of the activity series. Let's refer to the activity series. So let me write down the activity series on the board and let us see the different types of decomposition reaction. Okay, so this is the activity series. Once again I remind you what is an activity series. It is arrangement of metals in such a way that the ones which are most reactive are placed at the top and the least reactive ones are being placed at the bottom. So arrangement of metals in such a way that is from increasing, that is the reactive ones are at the top, and the decreasing reactivity is, as you come down, the reactivity will be decreasing. So the elements placed in the decreasing order of the reactivity, that is called as the reactivity series or activity series of the metals. So this is, that is potassium, sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, copper, then mercury and your silver. I have left some space in between so that it becomes easier for me to write down different reactions. This is the space which I left for the various reactions, to show you the various reactions. So first of all, we'll begin over here. Let me bring this a little bit down. So first of all, we'll begin with the metal hydroxide. Metal hydroxide. Look here, so we'll see what will happen to metal hydroxides when they are heated. On heating, what will happen to these different metals? But if it is a metal hydroxide, that is potassium hydroxide or sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide, magnesium hydroxide, aluminium hydroxide, and so on. So we'll study it on the basis of this activity series. So this ones, that is potassium and sodium, they are stable to heat. They are stable to heat. That means when we will heat them, nothing will happen to them. They will just remain as it is. They are stable to heat. They can withstand the heat. They are stable to heat. Then here, these metals, they will decompose on heating. And what will they give? They will give metal oxide. Metal oxide, when they are being heated, they will decompose to give metal oxide plus water vapor. So let us see a particular reaction. Let's take the example of calcium hydroxide, CaOH the whole twice. So as I told you, it will decompose to give metal oxide and water vapor. So let us see what it will be giving us. That is CaO plus H2O. Clear? Let's see whether it's been balanced. Okay, hydrogen is 2, hydrogen is 2, oxygen is 2 over here, so oxygen is 2 over here. Similarly, magnesium hydroxide, when it will be heated, we can show the heat sign over here. It will be again forming magnesium oxide plus water molecules over here. Then zinc hydroxide, that is ZnOH twice, the whole twice, when it is being heated, will be forming ZnO plus H2O. So if you know one of the reaction, if you know this particular thing, that is metal hydroxides on heating will give metal oxide and water vapor, the reactions, all the reactions becomes easier for you. That is, you need not by heart all the reactions. It's just one, this category, that is if you know what type of hydroxide is forming what type of compounds on heating, the rest of the thing becomes very easy for you people. Then next, so this will continue up till copper over here. The same, all these metal hydroxide, same way. That is FeOH twice will be forming FeO plus H2O, PbOH the whole twice will be forming PbO plus H2O. All of them, they will be giving the similar type of reaction. Next is what? These, that is Hg and Ag, mercury and silver, that is at the bottom of the activity series. They will decompose to give, so decompose on heating to give, that is metal plus or metal oxygen. Along with the metal, it will also be given an oxygen and water vapor. Let us see with the help of an equation that is over here. Let's take silver hydroxide, that is AgOH. It will be forming over here Ag plus O2 plus water vapor, that is H2O. So this is 2 over here, this is 1 over here, 2 plus 1, 3. So let us just balance it. This will be 4. So if this is 4, this will also be 4. Now 4 Ag. Oxygen is 4. Here oxygen is 2 and here it's, so this will be 2 over here. So now hydrogen 2 2s are 4, hydrogen is 4, oxygen is 4, oxygen 2 and this 2 over here 4. Similarly, suppose if you are having your HgOH, then again it will be in the same way, that is Hg plus O2 plus 2H2O. Similar type of reaction. So all these reactions, that is, this is what happens to the metallic hydroxide. Next we are having the metal carbonates. I don't have the sufficient space, but let me try over here. So metallic carbonates or metal carbonates. So again this will be stable to heat. There is no reaction will take place with sodium carbonate and potassium carbonate. So stable to heat. Next we will see over here calcium carbonate, magnesium carbonate, aluminium carbonate and so on. That is from calcium to copper. All of them, they will be decomposing to give an oxide. They give, I am just writing down in short, on heating gives an that is metal oxide and carbon dioxide. Let us take an example from here. That is, let's take copper carbonate, CuCO3. On heating, it will be forming CuO plus CO2. So similarly, all the similar type of reactions will be obtained. That is zinc carbonate on heating will be forming ZnO plus CO2. I am not writing down all the reactions because I don't have the sufficient space over here. So here, what's the difference between this and this? Over here also you are getting a metal oxide, here also you are getting a metal oxide. But here, because we are using a metal hydroxide, you are getting water vapor over here. And in this particular case, you are taking a carbonate. Carbonate is what? CO3 2 minus. So if you take CO3 2 minus, a compound having CO3 2 minus, can we expect water molecules over here? No, we cannot expect water molecules, but instead carbon dioxide that has been given off over here. in these reactions because it is a metal carbonate. Then next we take over here with this, that is, so this will also be giving what? Metal, oxygen, and instead of water vapor it will be giving you what? Carbon dioxide. So this will give, I am just simply writing down, that is on heating it gives metal, as in this case metal, oxygen, and instead of water vapor it will be giving carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide. So let us have a particular example of this, that is Ag2CO3. On heating it will be forming a metal, so that will be Ag. Metal, so silver is a metal, plus oxygen, plus over here that is carbon dioxide. So here it is 2, so obviously this will also be 2 over here. So 2 silver over here, oxygen is 2, let's see whether it's been balanced. No, here it's 3, here it's 2. So this will be over here, it is 2, so this will be 4. Let's see, now it's balanced. 2 2s are 4, now 2C. Okay. Carbon is 2 over here, so this will become 2 over here. Carbon is also balanced. Oxygen is 6, so here oxygen will be 2 and this 4 over here. So it's balanced over here. So look here, this will be, there is this HgCO3 as well as this AgCO3, this will be forming over here corresponding metal, oxygen and carbon dioxide. What about in case of, so here if we write down, there is mercury carbonate. So what's the valency of mercury over here? Mercury is having a variable valency of 1 and 2. So in that case, the carbonate's valency will be coming over here along with mercury, that is Hg2CO3. If we are taking mercury's valency as 1, so that will be Hg2CO3. So I am not writing down all those reactions, not possible for me. Let's proceed further with the reaction of nitrates. Metal nitrates. So metal nitrates, first of all, there is potassium and sodium. When they are being heated, they will be giving on heating they will be giving a nitrite. On heating they will give metal nitrite and oxygen. So let us take a particular example. I am writing down over here for potassium nitrate, that is KNO3. On heating it will be forming KNO2 plus O2. That is 2 KNO3, this will be 2 KNO2 plus O2. Similarly, if you are having sodium nitrate, that is NaNO3, it will be forming sodium nitrite, NaNO2 plus O2. You can practice these similar type. I am showing you some 1 or 2 equations. What you do as your homework is that you just practice the similar type of equations as yourself. Then next we are having these, that is calcium nitrate. So they will be forming, they will be giving a metal oxide plus nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen. So let us take a particular example. Let us take calcium nitrate, CaNO3 the whole twice. It will be forming a metal oxide, that is CaO plus NO2 plus O2. So this will be 2 over here. So this will also be 2 over here. Now 2 to the 4. So this will be 4 NO2. And so it is balanced. Okay. Next we come to, that is these ones, mercury and silver, they are nitrites. What will happen to their nitrites? So they will be forming metal plus nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen. I repeat, nitrates of mercury and silver, they will be forming metal plus nitrogen dioxide plus oxygen. So we'll take a particular example, that is silver nitrate, AgNO3. On heating it will be forming metal, so Ag plus NO2 plus O2. So let us see whether it's been balanced or not. So this will be 2Ag nitrogen is 2, so this will be 2NO2 plus O2, 3 to the 6, but here it is 2 to the 4, 5, 6, so it is balanced over here. Okay. Similar case will happen with mercury nitrite or nitrate also. So these are the certain reactions, that is reactions of metal hydroxide, metal carbonates and metal nitrates. I'll just underline it. Just go through it once or you can copy it down. This will be an upward arrow over here. This will also be an upward arrow. Wherever a gas has been evolved, there will be an upward arrow. This oxygen gas has been evolved. Over here, nitrogen dioxide gas is evolved, so there is an upward arrow. Wherever a gas has been evolved, just see that there is an upward arrow. Here also upward arrow. So I hope it's clear with you people. We'll proceed further. I'll rub it off with the last category. There is a reaction of metal bicarbonates. So metal bicarbonate, it will decompose to give a metal carbonate plus water vapor and carbon dioxide. All of these metallic bicarbonates, they will decompose to give a metal carbonate plus water vapor and carbon dioxide. Let us see, that is sodium bicarbonate. So this will be giving what? Na2CO3, Na2CO3 plus water vapor, that is H2O plus CO2. So this is in the gaseous state. This is also a gas that has been evolved over here. This is 2 over here, so this will be 2 over here. Let me check whether it's balanced. Hydrogen is 2, so hydrogen is 2 over here. 6, so 3, 4, 5, 6. Oxygen here also it has been balanced, so everything has been balanced over here. Let's take potassium bicarbonate, KHCO3. So K2CO3 in the same way, K2CO3 plus H2O plus CO2. Again this is in the gaseous state, so here this will be 2KHCO3. Similarly, calcium bicarbonate, CaHCO3. So calcium's valency is 2, it will come over here. Hydrogen carbonate's valency is 1, which comes over here along with calcium. So this will be what? CaCO3 plus water plus carbon dioxide. It's been balanced over here. Next, magnesium bicarbonate. This on heating. So this will be MgCO3 plus water plus carbon dioxide. So all these are on heating. So these are the certain reactions of metal hydroxides, metal carbonates, metal nitrates and metal bicarbonates on heating. That is the decomposition reactions. So with this we are finished with our first 2 types of reactions, that is our direct combination or synthesis reaction and decomposition reaction. The next 2 types of reaction, that is a displacement reaction and double decomposition reaction, will proceed further in the next video. Thank you everyone.